best breast pump. Okay, so you're looking into a pump to get some extra milk, so you can put some milk in the freezer, or maybe you're working and you're going to need to use it every single day, or maybe you're even just, a stay-at-home mom and you're mostly just nursing your baby, but sometimes you've got extra milk and you want to save it for a rainy day when you don't have enough milk, or if you're going out for the night and you want to leave it with the babysitter, and you've got to get yourself a really good breast pump. Now, I'm going to give you some advice that I heard. I have 8 kids now, but back when I was expecting my first, I heard amazing advice from somebody who was older and wiser than me, and I am so grateful that I took this excellent advice because it lasted me for all these years, and I am so grateful. When you're going out to get yourself a pump, get the best. Get a very good pump. Now, I got the Medela. It was an excellent pump. And now, not the hand pump. I'm saying the real plug-in where you've got like the whole thing. It looks like a briefcase. It looks very professional. If you're going to work, you're holding your briefcase. I did work with when my first was a baby, and every day I'd go to work, and during my 15-minute break, I'd go somewhere private, and I would put those the pumps on, and it would only take me 6-7 minutes, and I'd pump out all this milk, put it in the fridge, bring it home, and that would be for my baby's next day's meal during those hours while I was at work. And it worked so amazingly. Now, I have to say that even if you're a stay-at-home mom and you're not going to work, when you are first nursing, your milk is going to go up and down, and you're going to have extra milk at some points. You're not going to have enough milk at other points until you even out, until the baby has settled into how much they're eating, and you have settled into your body has gotten used to how much they're eating. When you have extra milk and you feel engorged, it's such an amazing thing to just take that milk and put it in the freezer for a rainy day. So that way you know that you have extra milk and your baby won't be hungry in case let's say you're sick and you don't have enough milk, or you want to go out for the night. And the other amazing relief is if you are engorged and you have so much extra milk. I can't begin to tell you how good it feels to be able to get rid of it all, because it's somewhat painful to have too much milk inside of you. And if you haven't nursed yet, you don't know what this is like. But if you have too much milk and you just trying those hand pumps and just go like this, they don't really work. You could work forever and get so frustrated and feeling like this isn't working, and you're feeling so engorged, and that moment is not the time to be playing around to figure out how to get this milk out of you. When you've got a pump, a good, proper pump like the Medela that I use, you plug it in. It has adjustments, so you can adjust how strong you want it to be, how weak you want it to be, whether you want to do both sides at the same time or just one side at the same time. You've got bottles to go with it that attach, that you can, store it, put it away. You've got little bags to freeze it. It's so amazing to have a pump that really works, and I really took this advice when I was still pregnant with my first child. I went out and got myself a good, expensive, nice pump, and it was amazing while I was working with my first child. But even when I became a full-time stay-at-home mom, and I really nursed my kids, I hardly ever needed to give them bottles. But sometimes, just for my own benefit, to get rid of that extra milk that I just I just didn't need, or if the baby was let's say teething. Sometimes the baby's teething and they don't want to nurse, and they're just putting up such a fuss. Meanwhile, you've got all this milk to give them and you're getting so frustrated. And there's 2 reasons why you want to pump that milk out. One reason is you don't want to waste the milk, because, actually there's 3. You don't want to waste the milk, right? Secondly, you want to get rid of it because it's giving you pain. And thirdly is you want to keep up your milk supply, because if you stop nursing, just because your baby is teething, in a couple days the teething's going to go away. They're going to feel better and they're going to want to go back to nursing. Meanwhile, your body's gotten used to the fact that they're not eating as much and you don't have as much milk for them. So that's one of the reasons why you want to have one of these pumps around, even if you're a stay-at-home mom, especially if you're going to work, and you don't want to be fiddling with these hand pumps that are just they're not gonna do it. And when you buy a good quality pump and something that's been around for years, you just know that you'll be able to have it for years to come. Now, my oldest right now is 17 and my youngest is 4. So we're talking about 15 years of, pregnancy and nursing, 15 years where I was, in between nursing, that I was able to use this pump, and it was good for all those years. It was amazing, and it's still good. I mean, I really should just pass it on to someone else. It's an amazing pump. It's strong. It has all the settings you need. And if you're gonna go for nursing full time, I highly suggest getting yourself a really good pump like the Medela pump.